Hello and welcome to the F1 British Grand Prix Watchalong Silverstone Part 1. We've currently got the national anthem going on, but welcome to anyone that does join us. I'm Rowan from the Sports Corner, and we've been doing these past three races, and we're back again for the fourth instalment of the 2020 season. I'm trying to think what's happened in between. Um, we'll do with the usual with lovely national anthems down there. We've got the trophy. One big thing, a lovely video package I had, really highlighting the Black Lives Matter thing. It's been a very interesting thing in the F1 paddock, saying they haven't done enough, and then they've produced this lovely video where it's the drivers, not all the drivers, but the drivers basically saying we stand with this Black Lives Matter. A couple of the drivers took knees and stuff. So bold, some didn't, which again is always going to be a big sort of what's the word, backlash. But as we've got all the cars there, all the drivers standing by the cars, getting ready. Obviously, I mean it's been a. I hope you are decent. I mean, I was going to say, what are your predictions? Obviously, your front three is Hamilton, Bottas, Verstappen. I think there's tons of stuff we missed though in the build-up. Though we've got three more new F1 races. So we've got Imola, Portimao, and the Nürburgring. I think it's Nürburgring before Portimao. But yeah, three new races. Apparently, like really legendary tracks. Don't know much, but great. Who we all want three extra races. Then we've got Sergio Perez has tested positive for COVID-19, but then so basically what I meant is on Thursday evening, Nico Hulkenberg flew over to England and competed in free practice and qualifying. Didn't have the amazing qual P13. He is starting in the pit lane as well. George Russell and Danny Kvyat as well. Same result of quali. So Hamilton, Bottas, Verstappen, Leclerc. Fair play. It's going to be a tough one, just because I think the lineups. But I'm just going to load up the quality here. Lance shows he had competitive pace in sort of Q2, but then he dropped down in Q3, which is not what you want. Obviously, Nico starting the pit lane, as I've already said, Rowan. I've already said that. I'm just gonna load up the qualifying. Um, So here we go. So P1 it is Lewis Hamilton. Stellar of a lap, set the fastest track lap record. Bottas did it originally, but Hamilton 3/10 of a second quicker than Bottas, who was in P2. Max Verstappen P3, Charles Leclerc P4, and Lando Norris P5. What the clapping for? Is it for the NHS? That's good. I'm just going to switch and put my F1 on this screen if I can. My bad, I'll be 2 seconds. There we go, so I can see. There we go. When I was having my sub, my parents were comparing Russell to Senna. Okay, they've gone a little bit bad, a little bit. I mean, it's a big talking point, really, because he's really putting in performances, and people are saying, "Oh, Russell's overrated. Look at him; he's not getting any good performances." But he's in a Williams. I mean, comparing to Senna, it's bold. It's bold, but everyone's entitled to their opinions. P6 is Lance Stroll in that race point, with obviously the other race point. His regular teammate Sergio Perez not in the race. It'll be down to Nico Hulkenberg to be that teammate. In P7, it's Carlos Sainz, the other McLaren. Daniel Ricciardo and Esteban Ocon, P8 and P9, both Renaults. Getting into Q3, not looking super fast. But speaking of cars who are not looking fast, Sebastian Vettel. I mean, Charles in P4, which you'd probably expect him to be on this track. But P10 for Sebastian Vettel, and that's poor. It's poor, especially in his final season. There's been rumours about Aston Martin and etc. It's not what you want. It's not what you want from Ferraris. We're going to the P11 to 20 now. We've got Pierre Gasly P11, Alexander Albon in P12, and that Red Bull. What's the matter? Obviously, we all know Red Bull. They do prefer Max, but you've got to be in Q3 every single time with that Red Bull, and that's not happening with him. P13 is Nico Hulkenberg, but he is starting from the pits. But Hulkenberg making his triumphant return. I think everyone wanted Nico to what's it called? I forgot in English. He wanted to. He's making his return. Everyone wants him to get the podium. Can it be done? Can it be done? Possibly. In a P14, it's Daniel Kvyat. He will be. Have they? Okay, so this is an update, but Kvyat starting in P19 and George Russell starting in P20 because Kvyat 14th, Russell 15th, but Russell got a 5-place penalty for not slowing down during yellow flags. We heard him contest on the radio saying you can see on the speed meter I've slowed down, but the FIA didn't see it as that. So George Russell not P15, P20, Kvyat P19. He got a new engine or a new gearbox? He hadn't reached the maximum 6 races. Gasly did get a new gearbox, but because he retired last race, he gets it for free basically. In P16, it's Kevin Magnussen in Haas. P17, Antonio Giovinazzi. P18, Kimi Räikkönen. P15, Kevin Magnussen. Nope. Sorry, P14, Kevin Magnussen. Giovinazzi, P15. Räikkönen, P16. Grosjean, P18. Latifi. No, Grosjean, P17. Latifi, P18. Kvyat, P19. George, P20. Sorry, I had to try and get that right. But yeah, back of the grid, not looking amazing strong. Russell could have got a thing, but if he didn't get the... Oh, you have to say Russell and Stroll the same race performance as Williams. I think... Yeah, I watched another great video on Stroll again. I think it's time you don't call him a pay driver because he's proving in the past couple of seasons he hasn't contested. 2017 he was against Felipe Massa. Massa beat him and everything. Year after that it was Sergio 2018. It was Sirotkin. Sirotkin beat him in that. Last year Perez beat him and everything. This year Lance has shown he's got pace. Is all to do now if he can beat his teammate. I think he'll beat him this week. Nico, not very comfortable. We heard him complaining a lot, obviously, because he's going to have rust. The biggest thing is I don't think Sergio Perez will be at Silverstone next week. So we'll get Nico Hulkenberg again, and maybe this will be his chance. He's familiar the car. His body would have been more adjusted to the car. But yeah, very interesting for Nico and for the racing points. Big opportunity for him. Same with McLaren this race. Lando getting a great one. Even Carlson, the P7. Very big opportunity. But you look at certain performers like you expect Kvyat to be closer up considering Gasly was P11. I know Kvyat did have the penalty, but without the penalty, he's still P14. You expect him to P12 if Gasly's P11, but we know Gasly's a great driver. What else is there? Any other news I've missed? Let us know in the chat. I'm trying to think. What other news have I missed? I think that's it really in terms of F1 news. He's returning at Barca, yeah. So I know he's not here next week, but Barca, if everything's all right, he'll have another test and fingers crossed he's okay. Fingers crossed he's okay. Oh, we're just getting a lovely video package here. It's going to be a very interesting race today. Very nice weather. Well, it's nice weather up north. I don't know about down south. Down south. But I think the weather at Silverstone's fine. I can check my phone, but I'm pretty confident it's like normal anyway. Not horrid. Also, I am wearing hat because my hair is a mess. But if you see me doing that, it's because of an itchy head. Yeah, my hair is an absolute mess today. Regret shaving it off, really do. Silverstone weather. Not WEC, that's rally, isn't it? It's 21 degrees at the track. 20, 18, 16. We're not getting any rain today. I'll be very surprised if we got rain. So, I mean, obviously, Volley gave you predictions of the same result as quali. Hamilton was so quick on that, his quality lap. So it was a big opportunity for George Russell, Lando Norris, even Alex Albon. Obviously, Alex Albon, British/Thai descent. I think he's registered as Thai in the F1, but we know it's his home race. Even a lot of people live in England. Now Carlos lives in England. The Racing Point factory is literally over the road. I've got a message from The factory's just over the road, so close there. Just showing Hamilton lifting the trophy from previous years. It's going to be hard to beat them Mercs. Max got an opportunity. It's that first lap is the biggest thing. Once the cars bunch up, I think we will get an amazing race. Unfortunately, unless a couple of crashes. Albon crashed heavy into maggots in free practice 2. I wouldn't say Mercedes are way too strong. They are. Shashank. I hope I don't butcher it. Yeah. I mean, we complain about everyone also knows the Mercedes problem, but we're just going to be grateful we've got a really good midfield pack. And you know what? Red Bull have contested them at opportunities. Same with Ferrari last year. It's just unfortunately at points the Mercs have just got a very strong car. But it's not just the car. The car can do everything. New drivers, and they've got 2 incredible drivers. Obviously, Lewis Hamilton, one of the best, along with Schumacher. And then Valtteri Bottas, who is an incredible second driver, but he could be the first driver for Merc, and I don't think there'd be any qualms. I think he'd get wins. Just when you're behind Lewis, it's very, very hard to be in. We're just getting the opening credits, which is one of the best things in F1. Apologies. Did I do my predictions on Twitter? I don't think I do, but I'm going to go for Hamilton P1. I'm going to go Bottas P2. I'm going to go Charles Leclerc P3. I'm going to go No. I'm going to go Carlos P3. Max P5. P4. Charles P5. Lando P6. I think Carlos will work his way through, and I think we're going to see some action between Max and Charles and Lando, and even Bottas if Max can get in the thing. Yeah. Oh, also we're back here next week for the 75th anniversary GP. Oh, drinking water. I don't even have any grapes. I normally have an array of fruit. I don't have anything today. I've got a bar of Galaxy. Flip it. There you go. I've got a bar of Galaxy. I've got a bottle of Buxton. I've got a bottle of Highland Spring. And I've also got a bottle of Lucasade, so I'm proper energized for this race. I've been looking forward. We've obviously had a week break. Kieran, he is not going to win it because he's dead and a bad man. Every week you put it. I don't know what response you expect me to bring. I don't know what tyres people are locked into. I think they're all in on the softs, the thing. Let's go Lando Norris. Big chance. P5. P5? Yeah, P5. Hot take, Silverstone is boring. I think the track is not amazing, but the driving is thing. Last year we got the Vettel Verstappen incident. We got some lovely overtake. Was it Bottas Hamilton on when Hamilton went around the outside and just stuck it? They're just showing it. Ricciardo in 8th, Esteban Ocon 9th, and Vettel in 10th. That Ferrari 2 seconds off the pace. And then Albon P12. He needs a good showing. Nico Hulkenberg P13. Good to see him. He is pit lane start. My bad. Good to see him though. It is when you. I think I don't want to say he was unfortunate to lose his seat because he didn't have horrid performances, but Esteban comes in. Some on mediums I remember from Q2. Yeah, I can't remember who. Esteban is French. He was always going to get that Renault seat. So Nico, good chance just to prove. Let's say a team are getting rid of someone. If Nico has a good showing at these 2 races, teams I think he hasn't lost it. He can prove that he can contest with these guys, and that's on minimal racing experience, like up to date. It'd be very interesting here. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully Verstappen doesn't spin out. Max Verstappen saying it feels a bit more relaxing this time round. Obviously, last 2 weeks ago, he did spin out on a warm-up lap and force that Red Bull to get working on. If you have Sky Sports, they did a show I think they did. I think it was a show. It might be on their YouTube where they showed audio and basically showed the entire fixing process of what they did with Max's front wing and. Tyres: Hamilton, Bottas, Verstappen, Leclerc on mediums, Norris on softs, Stroll on mediums, Sainz, Ricciardo, Ocon, Vettel on softs, Gasly, Albon on mediums, Hulkenberg on hards, and the rest are on mediums. We'll be getting our warm-up lap. Now, Red Bull has a problem. They have nobody who could compete with Max. They really give Daniel another chance. I think Pierre could. I think the problem is Pierre and Alex can both contest Max, because we know they've got experience. Pierre showed it in the Toro Rosso at Brazil. Alex has showed it in the actual Red Bull. Hello, Mr. Motivator. But yeah, Max is is one of the best young talents, and he's only like 23, 24. He's still so how old is he? He's young, isn't he? Max Verstappen, there you are. Yeah, 22. Yeah, he's had how many? He's going to say how many entrants he's had. He don't, but he's at least he's Red Bull's guy. But Red Bull need a car for Max to win in. Chris, damn good for Hulk. Yeah, shame starting pit lane. I don't think probably the racing points probably didn't really expect much from Hulkenberg this race, just because seat fitting on Thursday night. He complained on Friday and Saturday about pains in his neck and his ass, because obviously he's been out of an F1 car for. Oh, is he out of the race? I just realised. I know they were he said he was starting in the pit lane, but he's not even in the car. Oh, that's going for Hulk. Oh, that's sad. Wait, what? Oh, that's. Sorry, I'm just looking at the thing. They're not actually showing Hulk. They said there's 20 drivers, but Hulkenberg's not in there. How's that right? Oh, that's a driver's thing. That's why. He's out now. Oh God, poor Hulkenberg. But so this would just be his race, just to prove that he can just do a full race. Damn it. I mean, at least he'll be in that bubble now, and the Racing Point will have the car for next week. Such a shame. Such a shame for him. I've got Bottas or Albon to DNF first. Both pay like £8 for a fiver. Just gotta hope that first lap is a bit destructing. That's such a shame for Nico, man. So it could have been his opportunity to do it. Really good. Yeah, he's in a good car. Poor qualifying. I suppose just roll on next week and hopefully they can get that car going. I'm just going to load up Twitter just to see the official thing. Good, absolutely good. Hulk, this is a Racing Point team. Hulkenberg will not take the start of British career after an issue was discovered with his car leaving the garage to head to the grid. That's so sad. Ah, shame for Nico, but he'll come back next week and hopefully he'll be back better. I'm just checking just to see if there's anything. Yeah, Hulkenberg is out of the British Grand Prix following an issue with the car. The dream is over. The dream. Just take Stroll out. No, don't take Lance out. I love all the Racing Point. I've got one of the best social. My hair's a messy. Oh. I love all the social media team, like the Racing Point. Hi, Bob. My Sky Q box is packed in, so I have to watch up my PS4 grace out of Sky useless. It's lights out, by the way. Unlucky, Chris. Unlucky. But it's lights out. Who gets good starts here? The starts are really thinking. Lando pushing Charles. Hamilton just holds his lead here. I'm just looking. Charles Leclerc goes very fast here, past Max. Bottas locks up. Max will go on the outside now. It's Lance Stroll and Lando in a battle as well. Same with Ricciardo. Sainz in a Renault sandwich. It all evens up now. Lance and Norris having a ball. So it is. It's the same as it started. Charles Leclerc hunting, Norris hunting on Max Verstappen. It's very cool. It's one bonus of this track is it's very close. Daniel Ricciardo now pushing high. The Mercs have already got a lead now with Bottas and Hamilton. Carlos Sainz has got up to P5 now. From P7. He's going for Charles Leclerc. Doesn't get him. That's Daniel Ricciardo past Norris. Daniel Ricciardo's done it. Daniel Ricciardo, great start from him here. P8 to P6. And then it's Norris. Then it's Stroll, Ocon, Vettel, Gasly. And now there is obviously a gap between all the cars. Oof, big start. Bottas looks like he gets past Hamilton, and Hamilton zooms past. So he goes Hamilton, Bottas, Verstappen, Leclerc, Sainz. Obviously, Leclerc and Sainz are teammates next season. Daniel Ricciardo, P6. Norris, 7. Stroll, 8. Ocon, 9th. Vettel, 10th. Yeah, I'm just looking. So Verstappen, Leclerc, Sainz, Ricciardo, Norris, Stroll, Ocon, Vettel. Then Gasly, Magnussen, Albon losing to place 13. Giovinazzi. Never mind, Albon's got past a few. It's Magnussen. Magnussen's dropped down. Magnussen's spun out. His wheels come off. Kevin Magnussen's wheels come off in the Haas. And this could be a safety car, you know. It is a safety car. Come on. So they're not sure. So Kevin Magnussen goes over a curb. So Kevin Magnussen goes over the curb. He's fine. It's a little bump. Then he just makes contact with Alex Albon, and he just hits the grass, then hits the wall. One of his tires comes off, and it's connection with Albon. Fantastic start by Carlo. Going to Danny Rick. Yep. Hey man, thanks for doing another one of these greetings from sunny Beijing, China. Greetings indeed. If I said that the name place, I'm very proud of myself. But yeah, Albon making connection with Kevin Magnussen, and Magnussen spinning out of this race, and we've got a safety car. It's the start you wanted. Unfortunately, Mr. Motivator, it's not who you wanted. Bottas. You know what? It was Albon who did it. I know why K-Mag could have done. Don't think it was. No, I don't think that's a K-Mag. I don't think that's Magnussen's fault as well. I'm saying, yeah, safety car is out. I want them to reach out because I don't think Magnussen's done anything wrong there. Let me go for a drink. Let's have a look. It's not showing it for some reason. So at least we've got a safety car lap 2. I'm going to take this hat off. You're going to have to deal with my bad haircut. It's an absolute mess. I feel like what's it called? Not Robocop, not Robocop. Astro Boy, is it? With his stupid hair. There we go, though. I'll probably put my hat on later. Someone posted a stream on some F1 groups. Let's get some views. I appreciate it, Danny. I appreciate it. Should I try have a look on Facebook? I won't do it while there's racing's going on. So yeah, the Haas out. I just want them to re-show the incident instead of having a laugh, because I don't think it's Albon's fault. I think it's just a racing incident, really. They're trying to see if there's any damage on Albon's car. He puts his thumbs up, so it looks fine. It doesn't matter how we're scoring today, anyway. They were the K-Mag made him some placement program. He made up at least 3. Yeah, he definitely made up 3. I'm just gonna have a little bit of trouble. They're just showing the start now. Who has a good start? It's Bottas and Verstappen have good starts. Norris does it first, but Charles Leclerc, he don't look like he's in it, and then all of a sudden, just an incredible. Oh, it's Verstappen. Verstappen slows down, but then so does Leclerc to sort of block him. Verstappen goes on the inside, and then he'll have the inside again. He keeps his position. I'm looking at the back. One of the Alpha Tauris up. That's a great start by Max Verstappen. So Bottas is front wheel to back wheel of Hamilton, but he has to back off because otherwise he's going into Hamilton there if he keeps his speed. Yeah, I do it myself, but I don't want my Facebook linked in anyway to this YouTube account, lol. Fair enough, fair play. Yeah, Ricciardo really pushing heavy there. Great. Well, you know, he'll happily die. We've just seen Vettel did he get Ocon? He didn't. Or he locks up and he runs wide, which gives Ocon space to just basically take his position back. Shall I try? No. Go on, having my second one of the day. Healthy. Yeah, safety. The problem is Albon Team Radio. Albon says he doesn't know where Magnussen expected Albon to go. I'm just going to turn it up a bit so I can hear the team radios when they do come in. If there's anyone new, I don't know if there is, but if there is, with the Sports Corner, hello. I'll just go through the simple content. Monday, tier list video. This week, tomorrow, I'll be on it. We're doing WWE themes. I'm on the Wrestling Corner, so we'll be doing WWE themes. Me and Kieran know that. Tuesday is the Wrestling Corner. We had some decent episodes of WWE, AEW, and NXT, and a very good episode of SmackDown. On Wednesday, there's nothing. No, there is. It's the Sports Corner's Festival of Football. Josh, very good at naming. Very naming. We just waited for the safety car here. Safety car still. They have to remove the hearse, and it doesn't seem like they've removed it yet. It's gonna look. If you go to add the top corner, though, you can see everything that we're doing. But, voice went then. There it is. Festival of Football. So 7th of 8th of August, we've got Champions League watch-alongs. On 12th and 15th, we've got Champions League watch-alongs. And then on the 5th and 6th, we've got Europa League watch-alongs. There you go. Any chance of rain? Unfortunately not. It's a lovely sunny day in England. Well, up north it is, and I think down south in Silverstone, it is. Carlos Sainz making up 2 spots, same with Ricardo, Norris and Stroll both dropping down 2. Kvyat having a great start up 5. Russell up 3. He is up 3. He's overtook his teammate, but obviously Magnussen and Hulkenberg not starting, which means he gains positions. Grosjean up 2, Kvyat up 5, and Giovinazzi up 2. Early on predictions for everyone in the chat, let us know who's making the most positions in this race so far. Obviously, it's currently Kvyat on 5, but do you think anyone's going to get up higher? Let us know in the chat. Obviously, so of course it's only 52 laps, so it is a shorter race. I know the laps are obviously longer, but in Silverstone, the second longest track behind Spa this year. I think it is. We're just going to get some more chocolate. We're just seeing Daniel Ricciardo sticking it. So I think that's past Lando Norris. He goes on the outside onto the straight, and he could easily just not give it, not keep on going, but he does. There we go. He's got it on PS4. I'm on lap 4. Yes, you probably be a lap behind me, maybe. Yeah. So I didn't realise this. Who let me know? I think it was Chris. Hulkenberg's car didn't start. They couldn't get it working. They found an engine. It literally only just happened because he announced it was starting from the pit lane. Anyway, and then all of a sudden, we just went, Hulkenberg's not starting. He can't start the car. And then Racing Point confirmed it with a very sad tweet. Where their social media is great. Been work all day, yeah. Yeah, poor Hulkenberg. You go through all that effort on Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday, and then to not actually get to race, it's heartbreaking. You said Rip Vettel. I know, P10. Unless I missed something, but yeah, P10, he ran wide. You know what? He actually had Esteban Ocon, but then he ran wide, and Ocon just easily gained his position. Probably very similar to you, actually, Chris, just because I'm currently watching it on my PC. Hi, Ralphie. How are you today? Tune into the F1 watch on. Thank you to everyone that's tuned in so far. We're 5 laps in, but we have got a safety car. Magnussen going out literally on the opening straight, the pit lane. Fuck, what a disaster. Yeah. He's got next week. And possibly he's got Barcelona if Perez hasn't recovered or he's still showing him symptoms and everything. We wish, obviously, Perez the best. You got the Channel 4 commentary. Who does that? Is that Coulthard and Webber? I think. Because I don't know. I know it's Gethin Jones who does the actual presenting, but I don't know who does the commentary. I think it's Coulthard and Webber. I think. Yeah, so if you're new to the thing, Hulkenberg could not start an issue with the car. Racing Point could not start it. And then Kevin Magnussen, him and Albon coming into the pit straight. And Magnussen does come in a little bit, but not enough. And sort of Albon has to sort of force himself into. And clips Magnussen. Magnussen spins off, hits the wall, wheel bounces off. You can't get the cast. Yeah, David is someone else. If he's Australian, it's definitely Matt Webber. But yeah, if he's Welsh, I think it's Big Gethin Jones. All right, we're re-racing. Sorry, I completely missed that. So there's a big cube at the back, and we're going to watch it now. Carlos Sainz defending from Daniel Ricciardo. But here we go. Someone's just set the fastest lap. Who's that? It's Nicholas Latifi, obviously, because he's at the back of the track, so he would have got the most speed. Just not much here. That's Esteban Ocon trying to get past on Stroll. Stroll tries to get Norris, but Ocon hunting down. They're going into Brooklands. Hamilton. It's mental. Hamilton's already just Button not happy he didn't call them from Racing Point. And that was one of the best things with Racing Point is when they announced that Sergio Perez is not racing. So I'm just watching this. The Perez were racing. Every single F2 driver saying, "I'm available. I'm here." And then all their team saying, "No, you're not. We need you." Oh, pardon me. Big did Big Lawrence Stroll sabotage Hulk's car so he can't beat Prince Lance? Unfortunately, not. One thing they did show was Big Daddy Lawrence elbowing. When him and Sebastian Vettel walk past. Oh, Ocon goes on the inside of Lance Stroll. Ocon holds it. Oh, that's so close. Esteban Ocon going in for it. Not giving. Ocon fighting. What you want to see? Alex Albon's pitted. You know what? Who were it? Sorry, I've missed it again. Speedy recovery of Perez, by the way. Hopefully, yeah. So Albon's pitting. I don't know whether it's an actual pit stop or is it DNF? Oh, it's just a simple pit stop for Alex Albon. About to say, because someone had a bet on that Albon or Bottas were going to be the first DNF, so we had Magnussen and Hulkenberg technically. Big Daddy Stroll. Poor Lance. Race control. So Albon and Magnussen is under investigation. I wouldn't be surprised if Albon gets a penalty, but Albon 18th. Yeah, how many times was your stream? Just read to say Malcolm versus Stroll, nice. If you're watching it like on Now TV, if you're in England, Now TV or on demand service, basically thing. If you're watching it straight from Signal, you're gonna be ahead. Vettel not making any positions really because we had Ocon fighting with Stroll, but Vettel not going with Ocon. We've got a big train from probably 5th upwards, but probably not Leclerc. Verstappen got their own separate. Then Bottas a bit ahead, and then Hamilton even further ahead. This is going to be a very strategy. It's going to be based on the strategist here because of with that early safety car, it's going to send some of the tyres into sort of disarray. Like, well, okay, we can probably go a bit longer on these because race control, DRS is enabled. She's going to make it. Which football club to spot? Spot Oldham Athletic. If you're a football fan tuning in, we've got some watchalongs coming up. Now I just need Grosjean and Tariff Race coming Steiner. Drive to Survive filming this season. I wouldn't think they would because it's more people that nope, not trying that. It's more people than need in the paddock, but yeah. I mean, I don't think normally with like the Gunther, you can see he's visible angry when the drivers are either it's a driver's fault. That isn't Magnussen's fault. If anything, it's Albon, but it's either. I don't think it's anyone's fault. Which football? Yeah, so I spotted my like I'm not a massive fan, but they are my team. We just sacked our manager. We brought in Harry Kewell, and we've signed 2 players today: Cal Peregrani and a Portuguese left back / centre back. For any football fans, we are with the F1. Kvyat 6, Russell up 4, but that's with Albon pitting and Magnussen and Hulkenberg both retiring. Just looking, we're not really getting many battles here. I know what you mean when you said that Silverstone track's a bit boring. Right. Vettel under pressure from Pierre Gasly here. There's a big trade because everyone's getting the DRS as an actual overtaking. Is that Esteban? That is Esteban Ocon in P9. Ooh. This is very interesting. So 4 seconds. There's 1 second between Hamilton and Bottas, then 4 seconds from Hamilton. So 3 seconds between Bottas and Verstappen, 5 seconds between Verstappen and Leclerc, 2 seconds between Leclerc and Sainz, and then it's practically a second until you get to Alex Albon. So Alex Albon is 35 seconds behind. I do love the F1 graphics of on the what's it called above the car. The sort of the rim. What's it called? The hood. The hood that they have, where it shows like when they're on throttle, shows the positions on the right, the speed and stuff, the gear. The problem is we're not getting many battles here. It's a slow one. It's a very slow one. I'm just going to check my Twitter, see what everyone's saying about the Magnussen incident. Hulkenberg and Perez watching this start. Yeah, there's nothing really. Someone did a poll about the incident between Max and Albon. Most people voting racing incident. Over there, we were unable to fire up Hulkenberg's power unit, which prevented him from taking the start. Investigators are going as to why. To save you time, the answer is because Nico Hulkenberg. Pardon, poo me. Poo Hulkenberg. I'm just looking to see if there's anything. Nope. Nothing else. Hamilton setting the fastest lap of the race. The problem with doing these F1 watch-alongs is it's great because I will be watching anyway. Hail, thank you. At first, I thought you were saying hello, and I was like, "Hi, you've already talked," but no, hello, yeah. I couldn't forget it. The rim of the. Watching F1 before I worked tonight, I'm in 5 shifts in a row starting last. Are you on like later shifts, Chris? Because if you are unlucky, as in like are you doing like 3 to 11 or something? Oh. Suppose you work for your money, don't you? You work for your money. I'll give an update because we're 11 laps in. Hamilton, Bottas, Verstappen, Leclerc, Sainz, Ricciardo, Norris, Stroll, Ocon, Vettel, Gasly, Giovinazzi, Kvyat, Grosjean, Raikkonen, Russell, Latifi, Albon, DNS, Magnussen, and Hulkenberg. Carl Sainz on the team radio. Just saying the field is quite pressed and close. A lot more social media. I'm guessing you're on about, in terms of F1, social media is so big. The teams, but I think, can you please say, what if it's bad? What if it's bad and that can be thing? I'm going to say this word. Utum Jatuya. Aye, hi. Who knows what that means? Who knows what it means? It might be I'm not. Am I allowed to say? I'm not allowed to say the C word, the big C word. I think I'm allowed to say cock. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, Albon not having great. So obviously, had the connection with Max, and then he pitted for fresh tyres. But the problem is the field's split up so much now that we're not going to get any battles apart from when the pits happen. Lance Stroll, he's catching Lance now. It's all right, pal. Don't know what it is, but I try my best. Could have just said a hate crime or something, I wouldn't know. Valtteri Bottas setting the fastest lap of the race. So Thursday, so hot in England. Well, in English weather, it's hot. Ugh. Lance Stroll, we just on thingy. He's probably the closest person in like an actual race battle to Norris. We know Stroll's got great race pace. Qualifying not amazing, but he's got good race pace. Norris Team Radio. You say whatever you want on YouTube, but that's the problem. Because what if I go on a tirade and say the heavy C word a lot, and then eventually, if we get bigger, they pick us up and like, we can't have him on. He said cunt 30 times in 5 minutes. Can't. I've gone through I'm going to need a piss after this. Grosjean and Kimi Räikkönen battle here. The Alphas are not having the Alfa Romeos. There's a yellow flag. There's a lot of smoke. It's a big crash. It's Danny Kvyat. That's another safety. It's got to be another safety car. That's a big crash from Kvyat. I think he's all right. You can see him moving. That you don't see. You just see where the cameras. You just see a yellow flag, and people are going to start pitting now. Oh, that's a big crash. Let's hope I think he's all right. You could see him moving his head and his arms, which go a bit. Everyone's coming into the pits now. Not everyone, but nearly. Albon won't be pitted. You know, this is probably the best situation for Alex Albon. Just because everyone else pitted. So you've got a safety medical just because it's such a heavy crash. Also, we hope Kvyat's better. But yeah, so Kvyat is up and he's walking. Oh, the back right of his car, back of his car is absolutely mashed up. But Kvyat's up and walking, so he should be fine there. His helmet's, he seems fine. I think he just looks severely disappointed. I think they're going to show it here. What happens? Oh, it's the impact. He goes over the curb and he just loses. I think it's the back right. Hold up, yeah, they're showing it again. He's just going down straight, catching up whoever he's catching. His right rear just get clipped, spins out, and he just goes properly in. Oh, is that Kvyat is saying he's so effing sorry. That's just a big crash. I don't think it's a massive driver fault. It's one of them things in it. They're traveling at such high speeds. Another safety car, though. Another safety car. So it's very. It looks like one of the Mercedes is coming in. Is it a double stack? It's not a double stack. So Hamilton pits. Leclerc, I'm guessing, will pit because I can see the Ferrari. Oh, it is a double stack by Merc. Not the smoothest, but car actually held up well for that crash. Yeah, but the bit that supports do you know when they get in the track and then they put the thing that's around above the shoulder sort of hold them in? That comes up, so he must have some severe shock after that. It were Albon as well who had so similar, not as severe. Carlos Sainz does come in now. I think, does Lance come in? Yeah, Lance does come in as well. The only man who doesn't pit is Roman Grosjean because, in fairness, Haas can do whatever they want. One car to worry about. We saw him last in Hungary throw a caution to win, starting from the pit lane. I think it did eventually ruin them because they told him to come through. Kvyat just looks a bit shooken up. Yeah, Kvyat, the saying he believes it's Jason's double pit stop, Hamilton first, of course. He's definitely winded, I think. Obviously, when you crash, you don't want a camera in your face. Sorry, I was close to the camera. Yeah, you don't want a camera in your face. I understand. Another safety car, though, big for all the drivers. Albon probably getting the most lucky. He did everyone going on hards apart from one man, and that's Roman Grosjean. Grosjean can make these tyres last, he could get a top 10 finish. Still got safety. You know what this is? It's an interesting race. I mean, I'm going to put my hat back on. It's messing me up there. Sorry if you hear horrible noises. We do that. We all right there? Does Max have his helmet on? I'm guessing he'd have his helmet on. Yeah, he's got his helmet on. Strange question, but yeah. Oh, also, Lando Norris's helmet design is amazing. Man, we want these safety cars at the end, not now. Not now at all, but it's entertaining, isn't it? Considering when the problem is with the safety car restarts, they were slow. I'm just, for God's sake, KVI even torpedoing the cameraman. 13 people here. Welcome. Have a look through the. While you're watching me, just if you're on your phone, just swipe down the bar, click on the channel, swipe down. You still got me in the bottom right. I'm down. I'm down here. But you just have a look through the channel, see the tickle your pickle. If you're on your PC, just get another tab up, load us up on the other tab, have a look through, see if there's anything the fancies. I'm gonna guess we're gonna get a Hamilton complaint soon about the safety car is too slow. Because Hamilton was literally up the safety car's ass. Only Bottas could stop Hamilton. Yep. This is make or break for the Merc in terms of thing. I think Bottas needs to finish above Hamilton, sort of to make it even. Because Bottas 2 wins, 3 for Hamilton. They're just showing the car. They've actually cleaned it up actually well. They just need the tractor. That car is proper done for. No Kvyat can do. Yeah, it looks like they're going to try moving it now. They're taking all the small pieces. Just really showing the Kvyat crash. Just that back right just doesn't get the grip on and it. Thing is, it's not even a bad crash in terms of spinning out. It's that impact it hits the wall. I don't think that wall even has barrier like padding. We'll see here. So back right comes out and boom and spin, smoke, and then that. There's not much padding on them barriers. At Silverstone, I know Silverstone's such a. For God's sake, I'm looking at what's it called. Twitter is the best in it. Guido van der Gaard, car looks like it's hit by a torpedo. The bottom said is, yeah, no, they've just had it. Poor code masters having to add all the levers in. Then once they've done that, they've still got more tracks. They won't be able to add the tracks because I don't think they'll get the licensing. I'll be able to. I suppose they could just use a model and track it out. But yeah, going to be hard to add them in. But if Codemasters do it, that's big for them because it's something we don't really see in F1 games of mid-season, mid-updates in terms of adding tracks or drivers or cars and stuff. I'd love to see if Nico Hulkenberg get added. Surely they would have the rights to him now. Safety car is still out. It was a big crash. You don't expect it to go that quick. Bottas on the fastest lap. Sorry, I'm just listening. Gasly just asking if Kvyat was all right, and then also asking what happened. He wants, if it's a problem with the car, Gasly's gonna want to know. I'll give you a rundown of the sort of the thing where we've got safety car. You've got Hamilton in P1. Great start from him, sticking in podium place. Bottas P2, Verstappen P3, and Leclerc P4. I would love for F1 drivers like on FIFA where you're on club transfer, you could transfer a player to your club. I haven't even bought F1 2020 yet. I need to, but I know with my team you can bring in drivers. Like you can get another F2 driver with you, and then thingy. Yeah, but the top 4 are the same as qualifying: Hamilton, Bottas, Verstappen, Leclerc. Then down there, Grosjean and P5. So after the safety cars, everyone pay apart from one man, and it's that man in the Haas, Rowan Grosjean. So everyone is on Haas apart from Grosjean is on mediums, and then it's Sainz, Ricciardo, Norris, Stroll, and Vettel. Vettel having the best start. Ocon dropping down some places as well because of pit stop and stuff. I'm guessing Vettel did Ocon in the pits because they didn't show the overtake. Ricciardo had a great start, getting past Norris and Stroll. Stroll dropping down low, and then Esteban Ocon in P11, Giovinazzi P12, Pierre Gasly P13, dropping down 2 spots. Giovinazzi, great start. Albon P14, qualified P12. He gets into connection. Has connection with Magnussen. Magnussen spins out of the race. Albon has to pit for fresh tyres. Not even a car change, just a tyre change. George Russell in P15. He's up 5 places, but obviously 3 of them have been due to retirements. But still fair play. He's got past Raikkonen. He's got past Latifi, P16 Raikkonen. Nicholas Latifi, the Canadian, 17th, the back of the pack. When you're at that Williams, you expect to be at the back, but with George Russell, keep the streams going for a while and send you the new F1 games. F1, if you're listening, send it to me. Give it to me. Well, I know I'm going to do some more Twitch streams in the future, and I doubt I'll do it on the Top Corner channel just because that's Josh's thing, but I'll do it on my own personal one, but that'll be when I'm back at uni, so I can stream for longer and later and not have to worry about making a lot of noise. But I'm gonna do, once I get an Elgato, I'll do an F1 playthrough with my team. That'll be in the future for sure. If you don't subscribe to the channel and like. It's not just F1 content we do. We also do a lot of other sports. We trying to diversify. We've got NFL, we've got football, we've got wrestling. So yeah, they finally got Kvyat's car up on the JCB. So expect safety car maybe to go in a lap, 2 lap maybe. But you know what? It leaves us with 32 laps, and with the pack being very close like this, it could lead some fingers crossed again, fingers crossed close racing. Yep, Hamilton complaining about the safety car. Would have expected it. Yes, you've just seen me spill my drink. There and there. Ooh. I mean, anyone that's in, we've got 11 people. Let us know what other sports you like, and if it's something that piques any of interest, we could look at, because obviously we have got certain 3 days of the week. It's Thursdays and Fridays. We can have another content. In fairness, I think we all knew safety car and everything were going to take longer, just because they're not going to have every single personnel at the track. They'll just have maybe reduced, not mechanics, what they're called, assistants on the track, assistants. Ferrari telling Charles to work on the tyres, and he's complaining about the safety car. That safety car is going quite slow, actually. It's one of my favourite things to do. It is still the safety car, Ruben. Still the safety car. We've had it probably 5 laps now. It was a big crash, but because obviously there's not going to be everyone there, it is slower. I've got the car and the tractor. I expect maybe racing in another lap. I knew that was coming from Alan. You've got to expect it. Every time there's a safety car and he's always at first, it's safety car's going too slow. Which, I think it is. See, 6 laps of green flag racing, only 6 laps. I'll just see if F1 have done any updates. Safety car needs to calm down, unless he's not in a mistake. No, wait. No, for God's sake. I've just seen a tweet saying, wish someone would smash me as hard as Kvyat went into the barrier. Lando complaining about Danny Rick not leaving thing. Marshalls, see, K9, you're giving me all the things. Halo, Marshalls, assistants, track assistants. Friends, I always preface saying I'm not the best man for knowledgeable. Oh, was someone just? I thought a McLaren has just overtook a Renault, but yeah. So what happened, Dim? So we've had Hulkenberg not actually starting. Race Point couldn't get the car started in the pit lane, so Hulkenberg doesn't actually get to race. I'll do in a second, JJ. Magnussen had connection with Alex Albon. He spun out, wheel went off, DNF, safety car. And then you had Danny Kvyat, who is right rear when they're going over curb, completely lost it, bump, very big crash. And safety car is ending. Other questions. Caught positions. Hamilton, Bottas, Verstappen, Leclerc, Grosjean up 12 places. Sainz, Ricciardo, Norris, Stroll, Vettel, Ocon, Giovinazzi, Gasly, Albon, Russell, Raikkonen, Latifi, DNS, Kvyat, Magnussen, and Hulkenberg. And can we get to 10 world titles before this is end of career? Yes. Yeah. He'll beat Schumacher for sure. Grosjean P5. Go on, Roman. Go on. In fairness, he hasn't pitted yet, Chris. And he's on mediums. Racing is really going now. Verstappen very close to Bottas. The safety car is in, green flag, and the back racing. And it asks Roman Grosjean on the back of Charles Leclerc. I think we'll expect Roman Grosjean to drop down. In fairness, Grosjean, everyone pitted for hards. Grosjean is on their mediums. He's not on the best cab, he's on their mediums, and he's only had 6 laps of racing on him. On the Lando Norris on the inside of Ricciardo, and he's gone the inside of and Ricciardo holds it. Only just gets it. I turned to Gary Neville there, football reference. But yeah, clearly get Grosjean. Carlos Sainz. Ricciardo does get past Carlos Sainz. No, we don't. It's the timing charts are messing up. Lando Norris on the outside of Ricciardo, and he does it. And Lando Norris gets past Danny Rick. I hope he doesn't. I think he will. Oh, they're going back at each other. Oh, Lando Norris has gone wide. But he couldn't. Ricciardo couldn't get past him. Grosjean is actually putting Charles Leclerc under pressure here. Time penalty for Alex Albon. Yeah. This is for the Magnussen incident. Poor Alex Albon. It's just not his race, is it? It's just not his race. We're getting a great battle here. The McLarens and Danny Rick. Obviously, Danny Rick teaming with Lando Norris next year. Carl Sainz leaving to be teaming with Charles Leclerc at Ferrari. Batting with his future teammate. Oh. And Vettel in P11. That's if I do spice things up a little bit. I mean, if we ignore the front 3, it did. But in the battle for 6th, between 9th and 6th, very good battle here. Just currently showing Lando now. Oh, so close. He does make it stick around the outside on Daniel Ricciardo. He keeps it going, and Ricciardo backs off slowly, because I think if he doesn't, it's another collision. Ocon and Lance Stroll. Stroll just maintains his position. Stroll right behind Daniel Ricciardo now. Really good battle here. It's Ocon, Stroll, Ricciardo, Norris, and Carlos Sainz. Grosjean sitting in 5th pretty comfortably. Very comfortably. Oh. We're only 20 laps into the race. It feels like we're a lot longer. But obviously, we've had 2 safety cars, 6 laps of actual proper race, and 7 laps. And Lance Stroll now will hunt down. It is Daniel Ricciardo. Won't get him. Just imagine everyone driving just seems so hard. All the buttons you have to remember and click. Obviously, you get help from your engineer, but we're on board with Lance Stroll here. I love that setup on the halo. Okay, I got you. Lewis Hamilton does set a fastest lap. Obviously, nearly everyone's on fresh tyres apart from that Haas. The remaining Haas, anyway. Quick drink. The Mercedes have already got a lead ahead of the Red Bull. It goes Latifi, Russell, Raikkonen, Albon, Gasly, Giovinazzi, Vettel, Ocon, Stroll, Ricciardo, Norris, Sainz, Grosjean, Leclerc, Verstappen, Bottas, and Hamilton. Lance Stroll just getting close to Ricciardo pulling away. Very close. Sebastian Vettel sitting in P11. Not great from Vettel. Not great at all. Oh. Ooh. We're just showing Lance Stroll now. He's a hunt. He's about for this 7th position. Carl Sainz sort of pulled away a little. Ricardo hits the grass a little bit. That'll give Lance maybe a 10th of a second to catch up. Sainz goes past Grosjean. Grosjean holds his own. Grosjean on the outside holds his own. Fair play to Roman Grosjean. In the Haas, he's not in the best car, but he's really fighting with this McLaren. Grosjean is one of the guys Hamilton sets another fastest lap. And Carl Sainz now will try Grosjean on the straight. It doesn't get him. Roman Grosjean fighting for this 5th. I don't think he'll finish there with pitting and stuff because everyone's on hard, so they will be able to go a lot longer. But one more, a late safety car, maybe 20. Going to be so emotional when Hamilton reaches the end of his F1 career. He is going to be looked back at one of the greatest ever British sportsmen. Regardless of what people think about motorsport, all colour signs on the inside. Grosjean defends well, not groans. Grosjean defends well. I think everyone knows Lewis Hamilton, and everything he's done, he'll be looked back as one of the best of a British sportsman. You can't deny it. You really can't. Roman Grosjean not letting Carlos Sainz get past him. Carlos Sainz complaining about dangerous driving for Roman Grosjean there. See Lewis Hamilton, Phil Taylor in doubt. Yeah, everyone knows Phil the Power Taylor. Everyone knows in England at least. I think we've invented it. A lot of people. Carl Sainz will go back for Grosjean. Close. Grosjean can't defend now. Carl Sainz probably will pull away from Grosjean. Bottas does set the fastest lap now. Bottas, yeah, fastest lap 1:35.8. Oh, I'm hot. Getting hot. And that's just not the action on the track. It's me. Another drink. I'm a thirsty boy today. I'm a thirsty boy. Ugh. Just seeing Ricardo now. I think he's behind Norris. Here he is. Grosjean now has got a tough job here because he's going to have one McLaren, one Renault, 2 Renaults really, and 1 Racing Point coming after him. But yes, Sebastian Vettel a little bit behind. So Ocon, there's a bit of a gap between Ocon and Stroll. There's like a second gap. But everything else is a lot close. I'm surprised we haven't seen any really movement. Alex Albon, he's got to put in an effort, a shift now to get up them. That he obviously got a 5-second time penalty, so he's really going to have to put in a lot of effort to really gain any positions, really. Because let's say he's in 14th now, even if he finishes 6th, all the people above him are going to be close. Oh my God, my hair is awful. Nope, not putting it like that. That's gimpy. I'm not used to wearing hats. We're fashion stream now. Nothing's really happening in the race. Hamilton does set a fastest lap per Norris team radio. It's base time. Go get Grosjean. The McLarens will be able to catch Grosjean up. Well, Norris will anyway. Obviously, Sainz does get that overtake a little bit earlier. We're just about to hit 3 o'clock with UK time. We're 25 minutes in. 25 minutes in. Race fun fact: Burt Merlander has led 50% of the laps in this race. If you don't know, he is the F1. Hamilton not really running away in this race. No, last safety car, Hamilton pulled away. I just realised we're getting picture in picture. It's the thing we wanted really big last year when Sainz and Perez were having that battle for 7th or 6th. Ooh. Something about Daniel Ricciardo here. Oh, he's complaining about tyres, but apparently I think they're good for him now. Yeah, Hamilton got a really big lead against Bottas in the first safety car. He's slowly going, and now he's 1.6 seconds ahead of Bottas. 1.6 seconds, not 1.6 seconds. 1.6 seconds ahead of Bottas. Race control. The incident between Grosjean and Sainz has been noted. Lando Norris on the inside of Grosjean on the outside, and Norris gets past Grosjean. We'll go back at him, and he can't. Grosjean has to slow down. Lando Norris getting past Grosjean. It's a great performance here from the McLarens, 5th and 6th. If this how the grid finishes, McLaren will be very happy. I think Renault would as well, 10th and 8th. They haven't had the best amazing showing it now. Norris on the outside, into the inside, sorry. And, yeah, great overtake by Lando Norris, and Lando Norris now sitting in P6. We'll do a quick update. Hamilton, Bottas, Verstappen, Leclerc, Sainz, Norris, Grosjean, Ricciardo, Stroll and Ocon. Then we've got Vettel in that Ferrari sitting in P11, not really moved. Giovinazzi, Gasly, Albon again in the Red Bull, not really moved in a while. Then Raikkonen, Georgie Russell and Nicholas Latifi. Both guys fighting. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens now, because we've got another 27 laps, but not much seems to be happening. No cars are amazingly close, and I think there's not going to be much change, just because I'm seeing Grosjean's losing a bit of time. You know, if this Haas finishes even 10th, great performance from the Haas in terms of Grosjean holding, make sure them tyres stick, and where they started as well. Where Haas started. Been live for an hour and 6 minutes. Thank you to everyone that's tuned in and stayed with us. If you haven't heard of us, we're at the Sports Corner. We do football, wrestling, and NFL podcasts. We do also a tier list live show every Monday with KD. And we also do the watch alongs. We've got Europa League and Champions League. Black and white flag for Grosjean. Yeah, we've got Europa League and Champions League watch alongs coming on along the week. That's our Sports Corner Festival of Football. If you go on at the top corner Twitter, it's all on there. So it's just a warning for Grosjean, basically. You know what? We're going to have the final piece of chocolate as the race doesn't heat up. We'll put that in my bin. I mean, Hamilton now is pulling away, obviously. I'm just looking to see. Not much happening in this race, unfortunately. Not much happening indeed. Norris took over. Grosjean was the last big thing. Ricciardo not catching Grosjean. A lot of drivers hitting that gravel, but Stroll losing time. Ocon's going on Lance Stroll. Ocon. Ooh! Stroll on the inside. He does defend. That was close. Great driving by Esteban Ocon. Ocon is looking again. And Esteban Ocon doesn't get past Lance Stroll. Close, but not close enough. Ooh. These watch alongs are not good when nothing happens. Ooh. We've got, Esteban Ocon hitting the grass. You know, if Ocon, or was that Ricciardo? Something's going on with Albon here. He's not catching up to Gasly, and obviously all the drivers are so close, so you're not going to see amazing interaction. We're just hearing an interview from Nico Hülkenberg. It's so sad for him. Nico was talking about how he just fits into his crazy weekend of everything, that he does everything right and anything. Hamilton's secretly watching this after I said that. He's like, well, Chris Welch has said, I'm not running away with this. Fuck you. I'm off. At least Nico Hülkenberg has got a chance. George Russell gets past Kimi Raikkonen again. We're not seeing it, but I saw it in the timings chart. Of course, they won't show it at the back. All they have to do is put the camera on it. All they have to do. The Alpha thingy is a cool team radio. I'm just looking. Lance really not putting in the pressure here. Like you would have expected, especially when he was first in free practice. He's got a secret phone in cockpit. He does. He's got his iPhone jiggle with him, and he's just like, "All right, Chris, how much am I off the pace?" Yeah, but Hamilton got the fastest lap left, 28 laps in, but we had two safety cars, and one of the safety cars took a lot longer. Obviously, Daniel Kvyat having a big crash. He is okay, just looked a bit shooken up, and then he had the camera in his face. Probably didn't need to push the camera, but I suppose when you're angry at yourself, you take it out on other things. Bottas, 1.5 seconds behind. Bottas is catching up. His laps are getting quick apart from his last lap. It's very interesting to see what's going to happen here because it's such a big gap. Kimi Team Radio, I'm guessing I'm going to get it in a second. If not, it's on Twitter. Also, I can't watch Twitter while doing the stream, but I did see it when they were telling him to box and then no, don't box. Bottas to set fastest lap, then Verstappen in P3. It's how qualifying started. Volley predicted it was going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4. F1 70 is next week. So Latifi, Raikkonen, and Russell are the back three, with Alex Albon in P14. Obviously, he's got the time penalty and stuff, but you can't. You need to be in P4, P5. There's such thing is the pack is so close. From 14th to Grosjean is probably to 6th. It's nearly 6 seconds between all of them, so all very close. It's so sorry, guys. It's just so annoying when you're trying to do a watch along and then it's just dead action. At least when you're watching by yourself, you can pull up your Twitter. You can have a scroll through there. Ooh, ooh. So 10 daytime worth for Checo. So it would definitely exclude him for next week. We all presume that. So they have to save 10 days minimum, and then they'll practically check upon him and see if he's all right. And if not, they'll Nico go to Barcelona with them. I'm just sorry, guys. I'm just scrolling through to we're just scrolling through here. I'm gonna see if I can play the Kimmy's team radio. I don't want it to be super loud.
It's still fucking late now, fuck's sake.
Kimi Räikkönen team radio. Absolutely incredible. It's too fucking late now. This is already pulling into the pit lane. Oh, God. Interesting here. Nothing's going on. It's showing who's that. Is that Alex Albon? Trying to catch Pierre Gasly, he's not getting him. But then you think, well, he's given everything he can get with the car. Why is it a problem with his car that he's not catching? But then you look at qualifying in 12th, didn't stick a proper lap really. Who knows? Who knows? Pierre Gasly now P12 with Giovinazzi, depends how you pronounce it. Each to their own. Albon's coming to the pits. So Albon's going to take his 5-second penalty. Oh, so it's a 5-second pit penalty. I thought it was a 5-second time penalty. No, it's a pit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then start work. Change tyres. So he's come off the hards onto mediums. I don't know what he can go for here. He's got to try something though. It's a big thing for Albany. He's got to prove now. If he can work his way through the track, hopefully he can. I really do hope he can. Leclerc 13 seconds behind Max Verstappen. Alex Albon, it's poor. It's poor for him. What can you say? Obviously, Albon is still so well. Thing is, how old is Alex Albon? I'm pretty confident he's only a year younger than Max. But just because Max has had so, Alex Albon's older. Albon's 24. He's had so much more. Max came on the scene so young. Team Radio. Just Grosjean. Grosjean basically not understanding why. George Russell 22, and I think Lando is he 21 or he might be my age, or might be 20. He is 20, of course he is. Of course he is. Mental, but like yeah, Max Verstappen's been in the game for so long at such a young age that it's mental. Yeah, so Grosjean, it's just confirming the black and white flag. Grosjean not happy, saying he left left side of the track basically. Interesting. Sorry guys, if there's just dead silence. Nothing's happening. We've got 20 laps left, and you know what? It's not been that fun. 20 laps, so 20 minutes, 30 seconds, so 30 times 20, 3 minutes, 6 minutes, 26 minutes around left of the race. So not a super long one, obviously. There's not as many laps. Bottas does set the fastest lap this time, though. Nicholas Latifi going in on Kimi Raikkonen will try to catch up. Try and get this over to Kimi. Obviously, Kimi not a happy bunny with that team road, and he was also complaining about right rear being worn. So Russell in 14th here. George starts in P20, goes up 6 places. Latifi does get past Raikkonen quite easy. Good for Nicholas Latifi, you know, it'd be a confidence booster. You're overtaking an incredible driver when he's in a good car. Showing Claire Williams here. I think it's a tough situation with Claire Williams. She's obviously attempting to turn this race off for the moment. I won't be surprised. I'm going to take it out with the live stream, but yeah, I won't blame you. Not much is happening. But Claire Williams, obviously, she's the daughter of Frank, and she also has a love for motorsports. So she wouldn't be doing this. And I think Williams have the car clearly has improvements because in terms of qualifying pace, Russell has got to Q2 nearly every time. Latifi's been in Q2 as well. It's Latifi's first year in the car. Russell will be very familiar with the car and the team. So yeah, it's very interesting there. Williams, I think it's for Russell. It's more just putting in his performance in the Hamilton to set fastest lap. For Russell, it's all about getting his performances. So when there's a big seat in a big team that's not Red Bull, because I don't think a young driver should go to Red Bull. And you know what? Who mentioned earlier? Were it you, Danny? Let's see if I can see it. Can I see it? Something about Kvyat before he had his crash. Yeah, but like Kvyat going to Red Bull. Maybe you do it. Let Albon and Gasly have a good battle at AlphaTauri, and then Kvyat just sits at Red Bull and have someone a bit older than Max. Because obviously Albon is older, but in terms of racing, he's not. Actually, I bet you Kvyat and Verstappen start at the same time. Verstappen could have probably got into F1 coming in 14th. Grosjean making up 10 places in this race. It was all to do with strategy, but you know what? He's held off Danny Ricciardo. He couldn't hold off the McLarens, but he's held off the Renault of Daniel Ricciardo. Well, Max Verstappen basically telling his engineer to have a drink. So Max Verstappen is going to be a very boring race for him. He's sat in P3, but he's not close to Bottas, but Leclerc's not close to him. He's going to be consistently driving that car, make sure he don't make any mistakes with it, like Kvyat did. Well, yeah, if you look at it, it's probably a boring race for Bottas. Bottas is a little bit close to Hamilton, but I'm pretty confident Verstappen is 5 seconds, 7 seconds behind Bottas, but Leclerc's 15 seconds behind Verstappen. Verstappen just having to grind out. I do like the F1 commentary on Sky. Because them two, they just seem like they have a laugh when it's a boring race. Just showing Albon here in P17 not being able to get past. They just they're re-showing the Magnussen incident in lap 1. I don't know whose fault that is really. You see, Albon, Magnussen does come close to Albon, but no, it's just a boring race, isn't it? It is just a boring. And it's where most people don't do F1 watch-alongs, because when you've got a race like this, I'm just going to look for Twitter. Just having to drink, yeah. Just nothing's happening. Sorry, lads. It's not the most entertaining. Albon received 2 penalty points for the Magnussen incident. Stewart said passes at turn 18 are unusual and difficult to execute. It appears that Albon attempted to back out the pass at the last second. Is Jensen Button race today, or is he? No. He's commentated, I understand now. By the way, nothing's happening in the race. Shall I just share my screen and we'll play some Warzone or something? What games have I got on my PC? I could play Game Dev Tycoon, play Lego Harry Potter, because nothing's happening with the race. Nicholas Steve again was smart though, well done. Hamilton fastest lap. Ooh. Ricciardo gets past Grosjean, but Grosjean again being a bit feisty with his defending. He did get a black and white flag for his defending. He may get another penalty here, Roman Grosjean. Very interesting here. Now Lance Stroll will go for Grosjean. Get an interview with Kevin Magnussen, obviously talking about the incident at the start of the race. Lance Stroll does get past Roman Grosjean convincing. I think Grosjean tyres will start to go now. He hadn't pitted. And Grosjean will come in now. Oh. But very interesting here. Grosjean does pit, so I'm guessing he'll come on in mediums. Oh. They've gone on hards, but Grosjean's not starting. There we go. Grosjean really slow pit there. He just doesn't go. Unfortunately, if there's a Haas, they did have to take a gamble. They had to take a gamble with it because, I mean, Magnussen out the race, Grosjean was sitting back of the pack. Why not pit? And they put him up in 5th for a while. I think it's bad by Albon. If it stays as it is, it's poor for Albon. It's not poor in terms of it's his fault for the incident. And I think it's his 2nd year in F1, and I know that can't be his good. Yeah, who takes his place? Do you think Kvyat goes in, Albon back to AlphaTauri, maybe Hulkenberg comes in. I doubt Hulkenberg will come. That's completely lie. Who's on their youth? The Red Bull youth? Is it? It's the F2. Is it two Sonder and it's two guys had a really good showing this weekend. In F2, not Mazapan. I can load up in a second. Formula 2 standings. Silver calendar results. We go to Silverstone. Oh, Dan Ticktum one thingy. I'm just trying to find feature race. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I'm not finding it, but yeah. Two Sonder, that's what I'm thinking of. Or Sonoda possibly. And Deruvula, that's the two guys I was thinking of. Max is showing up. Yeah. I mean, Max is sitting in P3 very comfortably, no one close to him, but yeah. Bye, Danny. I couldn't understand. I'd have a nap if I were you. Have a nap, come back in 10 minutes, and it'll be exactly the same race. But yeah, it's gonna. Imagine Vettel returns. It can. The problem is, you look at quali pace, and Albon has never been on it, but so was Gasly. And it's. But then when they were at the respective teams, they were putting in consistent. Well, they're all teams. They were putting in consistent performances, and it just. For me, it doesn't stick. It's strange because also there's a big conspiracy type, not conspiracy, but a thing of that. Oh, they prefer Verstappen everything. They do everything on the Verstappen car, and it's the same car. Verstappen is their number one driver. They will put Verstappen ahead. I think the problem for anyone coming into that team, regardless of your age, regardless of your tenure in F1, Max is the golden boy for a reason. He's good. He's incredibly good. It's going to be very hard to think about. If Max Verstappen finishes P3 every single race and a Red Bull finishes P4, the other Red Bull will be seen as really shit because he's finishing P4 and Max is P3, but it's a very tough. I love to see Perez. I don't want Perez at Red Bull just because. Actually, if they give him a competitive car with Max, love to see it because we know Perez is an incredible driver and he will put Max under pressure. I mean, we all thought Albon was going to do it, but and same with Gasly. We all thought, oh yeah, they're going to put him under pressure. Just not happened. I'm just looking at the grid. I'm seeing who's not had a podium. I think in the top 10, every single person's had a podium. Maybe not. Is Esteban? Esteban Ocon podium? Esteban Ocon podium? No, his best result is ever his fifth. But the thing is, Esteban Ocon's young as well. I mean, Ricardo on the good drive there. Yeah. But Albon was meant to be supporting Max in P4, but then, yeah. P15 now. Motiveri's P15. He's making his way up slowly. But yeah. He's so, not sad, but Albon shouldn't be. It's inexcusable. He shouldn't be in 15th. He should at least be in that top 10 for sure. And he should be in P4. If we're talking about the same car, like you said, Ricardo, like you said, Danny Rick was the only one who could contest him. Yeah, where is he? I mean, sorry, where he left because he didn't want to be in Max's shadow, and he knew Red Bull would favour them. Fastest lap for Lewis Hamilton now, 129.282. Go for that. I think we may see Max probably pit. Same with actually Charles not got a big enough gap, but I think we'll see Max definitely pit for softs within maybe 4 laps to go for that fastest lap, get that extra point. So you can do it, but the Mercs are quick. The Mercs are too quick. Where are we next? With Silverstone, what's after that? It's Barcelona. Let's have a look at this. Which we're just thinking of the track action because not much. I'll tell you if anything big happens. F1. So we've got 70th anniversary next, and then we've got Spain, and then we've got Spa and Italy. So Italy will be Monza, and then we've got Imola in the Ferrari 1000. Then you've got the Russian Grand Prix in Sochi, and then you've got Germany and Portugal. So that'll take us to the 25th of October. So I'm just going to check for the F2 calendar. Are they going to all these places as well yet? But they're not going to Portimao. Didn't mean to say Imola, I meant to say Mugello. I'm just looking. Yeah. Albon's setting the fastest lap. Never mind. Lewis Hamilton. Bottas complaining about some vibration. It's not a flat spot, but it just vibrates. And Max Verstappen sets the fastest lap. This is going to be a bit of fun. I'm just going to check Twitter, see if F1 have tweeted. Gasly is in P10 still. Getting past Sebastian Vettel in P11. I mean, it's a good talk, but let us know what you think about. I know it's for Vettel's final season with Ferrari, but with Leclerc sitting, it's the same with Albon and Verstappen. Leclerc's in P4. Technically, Vettel should be in P5 if you're going logistically off cars and everything. So annoying. I really need to wee, but I won't go. There's not long left. There's 10 laps left. There's 10 minutes. I can hold it for 10 minutes. I don't want to leave the stream. I don't want to leave everyone on the road. I say that and then I go to get a drink immediately. Danny Ric is one of my favourite drivers, I think. If you like me, who got back into F1 from Drive to Survive, Danny Ric is... You don't even need to watch the action on track to like Danny Ric. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of drivers, like probably Hamilton and Bottas, who were not as these loud personalities in terms of, they're very professional. And you like them because they're track action. Like your Lando, your Danny Ric, and your Seb's actually. Seb's great. I watched like off-track in press conferences. They're funny, they're happy, they're hyper, and it's good. It's good. So Lando was streaming, obviously leading up to this race with Lando's can be the next Hamilton in terms of he's a great racer, but he can be on that level in terms of popularity. Maybe not like worldwide like Hamilton is because he's Hamilton, but in terms of like on his YouTube and his Twitch. Why is that hand not straight there? On like his YouTube and Twitch, they are. He gets views. He's big with a lot of them. The Sidemen in England, a couple. I know Zerka and Miniminter have played. I think they've played with him. Cal Freezer, Vic Star. Then you've got Courage in America. You've got a lot of people who have got a relationship, like a working relationship with him, where he'll stream with them, and it's so big because it brings in a different audience. I know when Lando got his P3, a couple of YouTubers probably tuned into their first ever race, and I think one of them said, "I didn't really enjoy it, but it was just good to see someone you played with or you watch." It's like when you watch a TV show, your favorite TV show, and then you see them get nominated for an award and win it. It's probably the same with that, where you might not like F1, but you'll see Lando get a podium. You're like, "Oh, that's great! I've watched him play Cooking Simulator." Oh, that one hurt. All right, dirty hiccup. When have you got work, Chris? Just talk about work. No, let's not talk about work. We're an F1 streamer, a sports channel. It's what happens when there's no race. I mean, it's Hamilton, Bottas, Verstappen, Leclerc, Sainz, Norris, Ricciardo, Stroll, Ocon, and Gasly in the top 10 positions. Then P11, Sebastian Vettel, 12, Giovinazzi, Russell 13th, Albon in 14th, Latifi 15th, Raikkonen in 16th, and Grosjean in 17th. Grosjean up in that P5 region, P6, 7, and 8th, but after some sort of dodgy defending, he took the pits and it just hasn't paid off. Oh, I'm roasting. Well, I'm not roasting, but if the weather's still nice after, I'm going to sit outside with a lovely beverage and soak up the sun. Is it? Don't ask that. Is it sunny where you are? Can the race be good? You're watching a man just go into a descent of boredness. Verstappen's still setting the fastest lap. Albon's working his way through. I think he'll overtake George Russell. You know, if you're Sebastian Vettel, you look at the race and think, what could have you done differently? You qualified poorly, but then you don't have the pace to catch up with Gasly. You clearly don't have the pace to catch up with Verstappen. Showing Alex Albon now catching up to George Russell. We should see quite a convincing overtake when he fully does. You may see a double overtake here because Russell's catching up. Article just came out in racing. McLaren is open to an Alonso Monaco/Indy double. What does that mean? So, Indy will say it's a car that qualifies, so someone else could qualify the car, and Alonso just flies over after Monaco to race. Oh wow! So he races Monaco for Renault, then flies over and does Indy. Wow, I like that rule though. I don't like that rule though because a guy might get the guy who does the qualifying might do an incredible and he's like, yeah, get in there. Then Alonso just comes in and nicks his position. What's the rule with F1? Like with F1, it's also it's the team gets the points, but the drivers don't. But that's what it is, isn't it? Because you rarely see actually drivers taking positions. It was going to happen possibly last year with who was like it was Hamilton, weren't it? Hamilton was supposedly ill, and who would have come in? Was it Van Dorn or yeah, McLaren said they're open to the idea. It's big for the thing is it's big for the brand. I mean, because it might bring some F1 fans over to IndyCar. Like, do you know, like the sort of the countries where IndyCar isn't as big. I think the UK is not known. I've heard of the IndyCar because I watch a lot of like I watch like American channels for wrestling, certain American channels. I watch some MLS. Albon does get past Russell and Giovinazzi. He's gone for Sebastian. He'll hunt down Sebastian Vettel now. If he still hasn't won the Triple Crown by then, at least. I mean, it's good for the McLaren brand, isn't it? You've got Norris and Ricciardo, two of the biggest known F1 drivers in terms of, humour and popularity, and then you've got Fernando Alonso, who's a legend of the motorsport game. It'd probably work out incredibly well for him. Ocon now on Lance Stroll, and Ocon gets past Lance Stroll. The Racing Point, not Lance Stroll, not looking particularly strong in this race after having a great free practice. Practice. Is NASCAR good, Chris? I'm guessing you watch it if you're a motorsport fan and you're from America. Is NASCAR good? I didn't really much watch it. I just see it as sort of a demolition derby, but on track. If that makes sense. But yeah, Esteban Ocon sending it on the outside. Easily gets past Lance Stroll, and Lance Stroll now P9. Not what you expect the Racing Point to be, but great performance by the Renaults. He's 8th and 7th. It's where they qualify. And Lance Stroll gets a black and white flag. Norris just saying Carlos needs to get a move on because Ricciardo's going to end up putting him under pressure. So maybe we'll see a switch. Oh, no, because... Are we going to get... Are we going to get Lando last lap? He's done it every single race. Do you think we'll get it again? And that's Alex Albon setting the fastest lap. And Albon is catching up Sebastian Vettel 4 seconds behind. Got 5 laps left. Apparently, Bottas is struggling with visibility. That's why his pace has dropped off from probably 4. It's an acquired taste. It's insane. NASCAR on road because it's great though. I think V8 supercars. Okay, right. It's an interesting, but I know it's promoted heavily a lot in America, but in the UK, maybe on Eurosport, but I haven't seen it much promoted. Same with IndyCar. Obviously, we've got Sky Sports F1 in the UK, but like Sky Sports rarely do any other they do a lot of UK motoring. I think I know they were showing the Porsche Super Cup earlier. Signs on Sainz getting a lot of vibrations now. But this is big for Lando and big for Lando Norris and big for Daniel Ricciardo here. Because Ricciardo is so close. Oh, Max Verstappen getting close to Valtteri Bottas now. Believe NASCAR Euros is at Brands Hatch in there. Ah, right. So Brands Hatch is where they've had races. I've heard of Brands Hatch. I've never seen any races there. Like obviously, if you don't know, everyone in this chat will probably have more knowledge of F1 than me. But it's a sport I've really fell in love with and enjoy watching. Oh, yellow flag. 2 or 3, and it's cleared. It's clear now, it's fine. Raikkonen went off and had a bit of a spin. He's going very slow. Oh, never mind. I couldn't see. He's missed his way. Kimi Raikkonen's missed. What's the American coverage of F1 like? I'm guessing it's very similar. Yeah, there's just a wing there. Oh. And then the American coverage really intrigues me. Obviously, I'm studying journalism, and I would love to do American coverage of sports. They seem so passionate about it. There's certain commentators in England where you can tell that they love the sport, but there's somewhere I just think when I'm watching, I'm like, that's really boring. Like, get excited at a chance, excited at an attack. Like who were I watching with Martin Tyler or someone? It was a boring game. It was like a Burnley Brighton or something. But Gasly on the outside of Stroll doesn't get him, but Gasly putting Lance Stroll under pressure. Gasly doesn't make it stick. Stroll locks up though. But Gasly putting Lance Stroll under pressure. Something's going on with the Racing Point today. Oh, Gasly on the outside, left DRS on the inside. And Gasly doesn't. Verstappen's making time, but Pierre Gasly getting a pin and Lance Stroll dropping a lot of places this race. It's Sky Broadcast just with the ESPN badge instead. It's Brundle and DeResta and all. Ah, right. It's the same. Can see Vettel driving for another big team. He's past his prime now. Can't see. I could see Red Bull just because Bottas is hunting down Valtteri Bottas. Bottas was complaining about vibrations. Oh, Gasly with the grey over there. Gasly on the. Gasly very excited about the thing. So they just take it. But I love the American coverage of NFL. What NFL team do you support, Chris? Colorado. Don't know what team. If you support an NFL team, that is. Shout out the Jacksonville Jaguars. Oh, Valtteri Bottas has run wide. Max Verstappen is literally. Verstappen's slowing. Bottas is very slow. Oh, Max Verstappen. Daniel Ricciardo was also going to P6. Daniel Ricciardo's going to P6, but Bottas is damaged. Valtteri Bottas has got. He's spiced up. And Alex Albon has got past Sebastian Vettel now. Everything's gone. So Ricciardo gets past Lando Norris. Alex Albon gets Vettel, and then Valtteri Bottas gets a puncture. So Leclerc is 30 seconds behind, but Bottas has got a puncture on his front left. Oh, his tyres ripping up. Hamilton's got a puncture. Hamilton's got a puncture. Oh, wait. Oh, my God. I'm guessing you'll see this in a second. Poor coverage there. So it shows Bottas's puncture, and then it cuts over to a different camera shot of Bottas, but it puts Hamilton's name over it. But yeah, Valtteri Bottas's tyres ripped. But Bottas didn't pit, which I don't understand. So Verstappen's coming in for the pits for the fastest lap. Jesus Christ. But I mean, big, if we ignore the Hamilton thing, it's big. Ricciardo making up spots, Albon making up spots, and Max Verstappen now in P2 when he'll go for the. This will be very interesting now. Who comes in? It is Valtteri Bottas on his. And Leclerc gets past Valtteri Bottas. Will we see Carlos Sainz, Ricciardo, and Norris get past him? Yep, Sainz. They've took the tyre off. It's a very slowish pit stop. Ocon does get past Bottas. Will Gasly and Stroll? Yeah, fucking hell. But the thing is, that isn't. I think Albon gets into P10. I think this isn't Bottas's fault. Valtteri Bottas, nothing he can do about puncture. Nothing he can do at all. But God, I thought Hamilton got a puncture as well. 2 laps to go and he gets a puncture. So Valtteri Bottas will go for the quickest lap. Hamilton complaining? Not complaining. Oh, so Hamilton, they've just told Hamilton, oh, Red Bull, and Alex Albon gets past Lance Stroll. Well done to Alex Albon. Not well done because he shouldn't have been where he was, but Carlos Sainz has puncture. Daniel Ricciardo P4. Norris overtakes him. Oh my God. And Carlos Sainz comes into the pit. There's so much sparking on Carlos Sainz. He'll try and get into the pits just to save faith. Lewis Hamilton sparking. Hamilton's sparking so bad. Oh my God, what's going on? Hamilton, I think Hamilton will get home. Oh my God, if Hamilton crashes, Danny Rick can get a podium here. This is so close. Max Verstappen could get... Oh, this is going to be so close. Hamilton now. He's got 3 corners. Verstappen will hunt him down, but I think... You can see Verstappen in the back, but I think Hamilton's got a big enough lead. Verstappen to team radio. What great team radio. Verstappen could win it. If Verstappen... Lewis Hamilton does get P1. Nervy for Mercedes, and it's Hamilton. Record 7th British Grand Prix for Lewis Hamilton. Verstappen gets P2 but close, and it's Charles Leclerc. Ricciardo might get Charles Leclerc here. No, he doesn't. Charles Leclerc gets P3. Well done to Charles Leclerc in a race where Ferrari didn't look into it. And Daniel Ricciardo getting P4. Oh, wow. Valtteri Bottas now trying to get past Sebastian Vettel. To go for the points. It's a great battle here. Oh, Bottas would probably just send this. Oh, it's going to be close. Bottas won't get it. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, indeed. Oof. Verstappen to get fastest lap as well. Because obviously Hamilton. Hamilton won't be happy, but he will. Because, I mean, they grinded out the result. A team ready from Hamilton. Oh, wow. I mean, I'll do a quick recap. Oh, so, right. First lap, Albon goes into Kevin Magnussen. Magnussen's out of the race. Hulkenberg doesn't race, couldn't get the engine started. Kvyat has a dangerous crash. Why did Max... Well, obviously Max wouldn't have expected the Hamilton issues, but Jesus, if he didn't pay, Max has got P1. I mean, we knew them tyres were going to start going because they all went on hards after Kvyat's safety car. Ooh. Red Bull could have won that. Sorry, Red Bull could have won that. Max Verstappen pits probably 2 laps before the end, and then Bottas gets the issues, but Verstappen gets past him, and then Hamilton has issues, but he was on the final lap. I think if that happens 1 lap before, Max has got P1. In fairness, if you look at the tyres, Max Verstappen pissed off. His race engineer saying he's a lucky boy. I'm guessing that's to Hamilton. the ending made up for the race. It did. Ricardo gets past Sainz, so tons of stuff happens. And Ricardo gets past Sainz. Albon gets past Vettel. Bottas gets a puncher. Bottas comes in. He drops way down the leaderboard. He puts Verstappen up into second, Leclerc into third. Then all of a sudden, final lap. Lewis Hamilton, his left tyre just goes, we know the tyre was going to be weak. We do. These hard tyres. It happens to Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz was sitting in P5, I think, and he loses the position. Mental. The thing is, Max Verstappen could have got P1 if they didn't pit, but could have. Because his tyre might have gone. It sort of, what's the word? He could have. It's a win-win. It's a win-lose for him. It's a win-win. If they pit, they get guaranteed second there. Hamilton say, "Fuck, that was close." But if they don't pit, Max the tyres went, he might have overtook him, but you don't know. Oh, why did Danny leave? Why did he leave? Let's look him. Valtteri's tyres just went. Jesus, poor Valtteri. And they're just showing Carlos Sainz. Poor Carlos Sainz. But what a race. What a race. I just want, before I end the stream, I'll do a quick promotion while until they show up the final standings. There may be some changes. I thought, actually, Albon served his penalty. Still great result for Max, considering he was looking at P3. Could have got P1 if he didn't pit, but I think is one of them things you never know. But yeah, if you're not nervous for the Sports Corner, on Mondays we have tier list for KD. This week coming up, we're doing WWE wrestlers themes. So if you remember your own Stone Cold Undertakers, we'll be there ranking them. On Tuesday is the Wrestling Corner. We talk all things wrestling, AEW, NXT, and the main WWE shows. Bit of impact in there if we fancy. On Wednesdays, it's nothing. It's usually Top Corner, but we've got Watchalongs coming. It's the Festival of Football on the Sports Corner YouTube channel. We've got Europa League Watchalongs on Wednesday and Thursday. We've got Champions League Watchalongs. If you go on the Twitter at the Top Corner, have I got the banner for it? I don't, but Teal's Monday. That's at I think 3:30 on Monday. Rest Corner 11:30. Then you've got NFL Corner on Thursdays and Fridays, times unknown. Ignore the FA Cup watch along and ignore the British watch along. But we have got some more watch alongs. Next week I'll be back, like the Terminator. I'll be back with the 70th anniversary Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton, he ekes a win. Very nervy. He's looking at his tyre. They made the tyres Hamilton somehow got through the race. Valtteri Bottas didn't. He'll be very sad. Same with Carlos Sainz. Daniel Ricciardo getting a great P4 result. Oof! What a result. What a result indeed. Thank you to everyone that's tuning in today, everyone that's commentated. Chris in Colorado, Chris Welch, Big Chris, Mr. Motivator, Danny, I know he's not here. You had, what's it called? Volley right at the start. I don't know where, and I'm guessing, I think it's the Australian one, so it might be asleep. But I just like to say thank you everyone for joining me. I do have fun doing these, as much as it's boring race. Let's go. Well done to Lewis Hamilton. He ekes out the win. Thank you very much for watching. Please check out the content on our YouTube channel. And thank you for watching. And